To say you gotta know somebody, or know somebody to get somewhere these days. To say you know that's alright, yeah that's alright, cause you know that's alright with me. Yeah, you know that's alright, yeah that's alright, cause you know that's alright.
Friends with somebody that does. Phil and I were actually talking about, we're talking to a real estate broker about opening something, or should I announce the?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we're going to be opening up a brokerage that's going to be investor friendly. We just shook hands with a guy today over the phone and said, we're going all out and opening up a real estate brokerage like a RE/MAX, but it's a new business model. But we're also our particular location is going to be very investor friendly. So we're going to have a program that if you're a realtor and you're an investor, you get like 100% commission, and it's like $100 a month or something like that. And then we're also going to have it where if you don't want to be a real estate agent and you just want access to the MLS, we're working out how to do that. So if anybody here doesn't want to become a real estate agent but wants access to the MLS, does anybody fit that boat? They want to get access to the MLS but they don't have it?
For now,
how many?
yeah.
Put your hands up higher. To see if it's worth looking into. I don't know. Okay. So we're thinking, we just have a monthly fee, and then you have it goes through our broker, and you have multiple listing service that you don't have to steal a password or share passwords, which violates trends and policy. So we're basically looking at how to legitimately do it, where you can, as an investor, can do it for informational purposes, for research. So I think that's
The real difference is most ways you're going to pay $100, $1,200 a year to have the right to do it. And you're going to have to pay for access to Trent. You still have to pay for that. And the state is still going to have a licensing charge. So you're not right, regardless. But you can get away from those Bucks County Association of Realtors, Montgomery County Association of Realtors. I mean, it's going to save you for Philadelphia's $500 a year. So you're going to save $400 or $500 a year. And you won't be a realtor, but you'll have access to crucial information that you're going to want to have. You'll be able to do your own transaction.
There's two things. So what Phil's talking about is you could be a real estate agent without being a member. You heard the commercials. Only members of the National Association of Realtors are realtors. Only realtor, however they say it. But you could be a real estate agent without being a realtor. You just can't put realtor and that R on your card.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
I don't even have an R on my card.
Yeah.
I know I'm paying so much for it.
You can't call their legal hotline or whatever to get access to. There's other benefits, I'm sure, but there's a lot of real estate agents that just got done stroking a check. Any of you guys here to their county association that are like, what the heck is I get a newsletter? Come on. But anyway, but the other thing is, so you can be an agent, but without being you can be a real estate agent licensed by Pennsylvania, but not be a member of National Association. You can also, we're talking about also having access to the MLS without being either. So you don't have to go and take classes and pass the test. Yeah, you'd be like a real estate assistant, and just like the conveyancing rules that I think at our title company.
I think Trent's cheaper for assistants than this free.
Yes.
Well, it won't be free.
But I mean, the bottom line with this is if you're interested, make sure. I mean, I hope that everybody
Just as
who's
an
here,
aside,
if you're on Meetup, that's great. We'll keep in touch with you that way. And if you signed up for my free web TV show on my website, Addicted to Real Estate, I release videos about everything that we're doing, and there'll be videos coming out to announce when the office is open. I mean, right now we just made the verbal deal today on the phone. We did it, so it's going to be 4 to 8 weeks before we have official opening, and we'll be announcing something soon. So if you're interested in it, make sure that you're signed up for my web TV show, or on Meetup, or drop off your business card or something so that we can keep touch with you.
So if anything, the reason that you might want to be an agent is you can save on the 3%, deal. I mean, we're not saying. I mean, we're not even at the point where we're still ironing out the whole program, but it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be different than.
The office is local.
One of them.
Right.
Did that Executech Suites where it's going to be?
No, Jeremy has offices in just outside of Montgomeryville, 309, and that's where we're gonna have real estate office.
That's for, you know, for those of you that are agents, you can talk to us about it later meeting or something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool news. It's exciting because it's gonna kind of.
Why don't we go over some of the initial questions that were brought? Who wanted to know about tax liens? Jonathan? Right. You wanna tackle that one?
Yeah, I've never, you know, I'll tell you, I've never bought tax liens or tax deeds themselves. But I do have, if you guys wanna learn more about it, in Pennsylvania, there's only, well, actually in the counties, I think there's only 2 sales per year. There's the regular sale, there's a judicial sale, and there's the absolute sale. Yeah. But what I do have is a contact. My mortgage law attorney teaches the continuing education credits to all the attorneys on tax lien sales. So I mean, that's a good resource for you. If at some point you guys say, hey, we want to learn about tax liens. I mean, I just think there's so much out there that, you know, if there's a reason that you want tax liens versus something else.
There's one deal that I'm looking at. That,
Okay.
You know, I found out it's got 31,000 back taxes.
Okay.
The property needs about 25,000 rehab, and you can sell it for 8,000.
So 8,000, but you got to pay 31,000 back taxes. Is there any mortgages on the property? Okay, so if there's no mortgages on the property, you really don't. I mean, it's not. You don't have to go to the tax sale to buy it. You buy it from them directly. Then you just pay off the tax liens. It's not like you're going to negotiate. You're not going to negotiate a discount with the government because they step in line in front of everybody else. But if it's a situation where I always like to do that. When I had a service, preforeclosure.com, where I used to sell foreclosure listings to investors. And what I always tell people is like, don't buy it at the sheriff. I don't buy it at the sheriff's sale. I buy it before the sheriff's sale. So when you guys get the sheriff's sale to bid on it, it says property number 2 off, property number 3 off. And when they say that, you know,
You're like,
a lot of times, well, yeah, the homeowner works something out with the bank, but we like to buy it from the homeowner before the sheriff's sale. So number one, we can get inside the house and look at it without having to bring a dog. I think my dog went in your backyard. Can I go through here real quick? Try it.
It works.
You don't have to have a dog. Dog is usually like $7. But I think, you know, number one, I'll give you the guy's name and you can talk to him about it. But mostly it's, if you buy it before the tax sale, you get a hold, and we bought a house for dirt cheap, right before a tax sale. Stopped it from going to the tax sale so that we didn't have to bid against other people. Is that what you don't have to worry about? You're dealing with the person, you're talking to the guy, make the deal directly, and just say, you know, it's just like you're calling a mortgage company, say, what's the payoff? Your title company's gonna call and say, how much in taxes are owed? Give us a payoff. And that's just part of what you're, if it's a good deal at that price, it's a good deal. If it's not a good deal, say, I can't give you 8, I can give you 4, 3, or whatever.
Who asked about legal land trusts?
Yeah, I was actually, I saw your name called George. I was telling Phil that George and I sail Hobie Cats in the same fleet. And I was talking to George about, got into real estate, he started talking about trust. And we're talking about the DIG organization, the big, you know, they had at one point 1,200 members. There's very few people in there that use trust and know about trust. And when you were starting saying, oh yeah, we use trust and stuff like that. That was really cool. I was happy to hear that. There's not a lot of people in this area that know about trust. Everything that I own, all but one property, is in a trust, which the trusts came from essentially in the United States. They came from the land trust came from Illinois style land trust. They're used by Chicago Land Titles, the first one that kind of using them, and. This is Pennsylvania does not have any statute for land trusts per se. They don't have any. There's no statute. There's only about. I think there's 7. There used to be 6 states. The closest one is Virginia. Florida has a statute. Virginia, Illinois. I can't think of the other ones. But as far as legal stuff goes, the nice thing about the trust is every time. How many people here own property in Philadelphia? Okay. Have you ever gotten a municipal or a city violation for something? Like trash or
Water.
So my buddy is at a closing selling a house up here in the north, and the title company says, you got a $10,000 trash violation, you can't sell the house. well, you gotta pay this off. So what are you talking about, $10,000 tax violation? Well, property in the south, or whatever, has $10,000, yeah. Has anybody ever had a situation where the city actually sends it to the property address and they never send it to the owner at their address? And you think the tenant with all the trash that they've been piling up, what do you think happens to the letter? It just adds to that pile, right? So you get all these violations stacking up, and backing up, and he's here selling this house. Well, just because he owned that house in the same entity that he owned this house in, he's got to pay that off at the closing, or they're going to escrow the money. Now, by using trusts, if you file an LLC, does anybody here have an LLC? Okay. What do you got to do to set up an LLC? What's the first thing you do? You file with the state. You pay $100, right? So there's $100 that and you have to wait for the state's permission to give you, number one, that the name is available. They say, oh, sorry, that one's just confusingly similar to this name. You have to ask their permission. And hopefully you check that ahead of time. But then you also have to file and advertise in the legal journal, and then you have to file in a paper of general circulation. That's what I had to do when I signed up my LLCs. So with a trust, to do a trust, I click fill in the blank, print, property address, what are we going to name the trust? And, you know, we name it appropriate stuff, like, you know, Mother Teresa's Save the Children Trust, you know, things that people, you know, might come after.
I had a guy call me 3 days ago. He's working on short sale, and he hasn't told us about the property, we haven't agreed to buy the property, but he figures we're probably going to buy it. So he goes, in order for me to get the short sale process going, I need to know what trust to put in it. I said, so just make up a name. He says, well, what kind of name?